Okay, thank you, Madam President and colleagues. I stand in strong support of ACA 5. I thank my colleague from Los Angeles for bringing this forward, and I just want to reiterate what my other colleague from Los Angeles had mentioned about women in contracts and minority businesses. And as we know, and I just have to again reiterate, back in the 90s, California again had become one of the top performing states in terms of government contracting for women and minority-owned businesses. Again, it worsened during the repeal of Prop 209, becoming one of the least racially diverse states when it came to government contracting, again, less than Nebraska, which is not very good. As we know, women were tackling contracting against men, mostly incumbents, a homogenous system of contracting that took over our state. Over $1 billion in contracting losses were felt by women and minority-owned businesses, and women and minority-owned businesses during this time actually grew. So the light at the end of the tunnel was just very small, but it grew because why? They were locked out of government jobs and they were locked out of higher education. They had no other opportunity but to create their own businesses. But as we know, self-employed women, self-employed minorities hire women and they hire a minority workforce. They also can create supplement markets to build capital networks and skills on supply chains. And as the Federal CARES Act is providing $10 million for minority-owned businesses during this time, it makes the most sense to provide an opportunity for voters to weigh in. Why not give them a greater share of the prosperity in the world's 5th largest economy, especially as we're investing at the state and federal levels for these communities, and as businesses are struggling to come back online. The last thing I'll say is when you've always had a seat at the table, ACA 5 seems like an injustice. But when you've seen injustice and you've felt injustice your whole life, ACA 5 is truly an opportunity. And for that, I stand in strong support of ACA 5.